Hello, hello, hello. And welcome on in, everyone. Yeah, trash no. Assemble with care. I also initially looked up a handle with care. Then I double checked the name, was like, yeah, no, that's not it. It's a symbol. And hey, Zorbeltus, how's it going? Well, welcome on in, welcome on in. Thank y'all for being here. Today, on this fine Tech Tuesday, I have to say we have new emotes, as Trashly has already demonstrated. I have managed to get the new emotes and just fully replace across all of the Bun Dragon emotes. Nothing less. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Zorbeltus. Hopefully you feel better. Hopefully you start doing better. I might have to help you do that. By force if necessary. But today we are playing some Assemble with Care. Or Assemble with Claire if you really want to call it that. It's a game about repairing small electronics. Or small mechanical devices at the very least. Just a short little puzzle game. And I think our first thing is to turn on the OST. Maria's Mix, I guess. And this is how we start the game before we even get a main menu. Can I get options menu game?
After a year on the road, I thought I'd get tired of traveling. The endless clatter of railways, highways, and everything in between.
Oh, look, there's 5 little knocks at the bottom.
But as my train pulled into the station at Bellariva, I felt every bit as excited as the first day of my journey. A whole year. It felt like a lifetime. The places I'd seen, the people I'd met, of course, the forgotten treasures I'd given a new lease of life along the way. I'm a restorer by trade. Bringing our most beloved possessions back to life is what I love to do. I'd been traveling for months, working my way from one town to the next, fixing everything from family heirlooms to VCRs.
That's our character. That's who we're playing as. Game, I still want audio options, please.
Bellariva was my chance to take a break. Unfortunately, that would have to wait until after I'd unpacked.
Well, then let's unpack. We're playing unpacking. Alright, music. Turn that down. Effects. Slightly down. The video can be loud though. Make sure you can hear it. Oh, this is the pause menu. I can click the coffee cup, too. Neat. Well, we didn't bring a whole lot with us. We have a passport.
My passport. Not many blank pages left now. I saw a guitarist wearing these at a show once. Rock and roll repair woman, at your service.
Yeah.
I picked up these sunglasses on my last stop. Hopefully I'm cool enough to pull them off.
Bunch of clothes. Looks like it's just 3 dresses? Or coveralls? Overalls?
The tools of my trade. No hope of restoring things without these. My parents took this after I made my first repair. Seems like a lifetime ago. Looking forward to taking more close-ups of my fingers with this.
Bad at taking pictures.
I'll hand these out once I'm settled in. Fingers crossed they get me some work.
Yay, suitcase. We've unpacked.
Finally, I'd made it to Bella Riva. I'd come for the food festival, taking place in a few days' time. After living off TV dinners and instant ramen for the last few months, I was craving a decent meal.
Taco Bell.
Of course, I'd need to earn enough money to pay for it, so I figured I'd head out the next day and find some work. My parents never wanted me to go. They wanted me to stay in their shop and have a simple, stationary life. I knew there was a world out there, beyond the four walls of our antique store, that I had to be a part of. I daydreamed constantly about the weird and wonderful places each of our antiques came from. I loved figuring out their stories, revealing the memories hidden beneath the screws and wires. My story in Bella Riva began with a little girl and a voice she was longing to hear.
Chapter 2. It's a cassette player.
It was my first morning in Bella Riva, and I couldn't wait to leave my hotel and explore. It was a quiet town, its streets and alleyways basking peacefully in the hot morning sun. In the main square, meanwhile, preparations were underway for the festival in a few days' time. As I handed out my flyers, I wondered what the people of Bella Riva would need me to fix. So far, everything here seemed perfect. I was starting to worry I'd made a mistake when I felt someone tapping me on the back.
Hi, I'm Izzy. Do you know how to fix things?
It was a little girl, maybe 7 years old, who must have gotten hold of one of my flyers. She rummaged around in her backpack until she hauled out a battered red cassette deck.
Maybe I should mute the video so I can read it. So I can be more active in this story.
My tape is broken and I can't make it work anymore. I tried to fix it myself, but there's this metal thing in the way. Can you try?
Alright, well, first off, let's go ahead and,
Why did you do that?
get that back in there. And let's see.
Aha! Those batteries look like they need replacing. Luckily, I have some spares.
As the music box plays, we hear a woman sing along.
Me, if I sit by your side and hold you so tight, know that I will always.
When it finished, Izzy picked up the tape deck and tucked it carefully into her backpack.
Thanks, Maria. You're the best person at fixing things ever.
No problem. Who was that singing? They're very good.
It's my mum. She's not here anymore.
Izzy trailed off. It was the kind of silence a cassette tape would never be enough to fill.
Oh no.
When Izzy's friends called for her, she dug deep into her pockets, looking for something to pay me with. Eventually, she produced a grand total of a stick of gum, 3 mismatched buttons, and a yo-yo.
Ooh, yo-yo.
I usually preferred a check, but Izzy looked so serious, I wrote out a full receipt. She seemed like a happy kid, but beneath it all, part of her life had been shattered. A part I wouldn't be able to fix.
It's true, you can't fix that. Not without Xenodrugs, anyway.
My first repair complete, I spent the rest of the day doing small jobs in and around the square. I was exhausted when I got back to my hotel and found a message asking me to make one more visit. The address led me to a quaint little house, a stone's throw from the beach. Bathed in the evening light, it looked beautiful, in spite of its flaking paintwork and chipped tiles. The front door was opened by a harried-looking man, still dressed from a long day at the office.
Are you Maria? My name's Joseph. I'm Isabel's father. I'm so sorry she bothered you this morning. Please, come in. I'd like to settle up properly.
On the mantelpiece, I saw the remains of a broken statue. Without thinking, I picked up a fragment.
Ah, my father's statue. What's left of it, at least. Yet another way I'd have disappointed him. It survived 100 years in this family. But 5 minutes with Isabel and... Do you think you can salvage it?
It just needs some glue.
Will you be able to see the glue afterwards? I don't want people seeing the cracks.
There's gotta be some magic glue. Oh, it's just right there. I could just put the glue on and just, it's pressure activated, obviously. Well, it's a bunch of broken bits, so... Okay. Oh wait, no, there's a little bit right there.
Sometimes I think my daughter should come with a warning label. Is this glue really strong enough to hold everything together?
Ta-da!
Thank you, Maria. It looks as perfect as it ever did. My father wanted me to make something of myself. He didn't have time for anything less.
We should use a bit of gold. Do what is it, a kintsugi? Itsuki?
As Joseph put the statue back on the shelf, it nudged against the family portrait stood proudly next to it. So he was Bellariva's mayor. And that was Izzy's mom. They must both miss her so much.
Sorry. I'm a little tired. I've been working late getting things sorted for the festival. There's only a few days to go. Looks like I'll be working late. Again?
When I told my parents I wanted to leave, they always found an excuse to be busy, to avoid talking about it. I guess keeping themselves occupied was their way of pretending it wasn't happening. Joseph's work must have been taking up so much of his time. But maybe that was what he wanted. I just hoped he was finding enough time for Izzy, too.
Maybe we can fix all their problems as we fix their things. Found.
My second day in Bellariva dawned bright and clear. Another beautiful sunny morning. Walking into town, I passed cafes overflowing with customers cradling their morning coffees. I stopped, breathing in the smell of roasted coffee beans and freshly baked pastries. I was about to go inside when the owner of Carmen's, the cafe next door, stopped me.
Hello, Maria? Were you here yesterday handing out flyers? I have a job for you.
Her place was petite, tucked between its competitors as if hoping they wouldn't notice. Judging by the empty tables inside, though, her potential customers hadn't noticed it either.
Oh no.
It's a bit slow today, but we're just getting started. I'm sure it'll pick up soon.
As Carmen chatted, she walked over to the counter and returned with an old rotary phone.
At least I've got plenty of time to practice my recipe for the festival. It's a new special I've been working on. I was hoping to call my sister for some, seasoning tips, but it won't connect. Can you see if you can figure out what's wrong?
Sure. An old rotary phone, huh?
You can fix it, can't you? I can't afford to replace it.
Yeah, let's just...
Obviously, we'd
Fix
normally
yours
be
up.
much busier than this.
Oh, we got another screw to go right there. Ah, yeah, here's your problem. Also a broken bell right there. Toss that over there. New one in place.
Looks like this new circuit board is all hooked up.
Let's get one of these screws in. I'm glad everything uses just one screw. I'll have to keep track of 7 different screw types. I just happen to have the circuit board for it in that pocket.
When I handed the phone back to Carmen, she seemed almost reluctant to take it from me.
How did a circuit board get fried like that anyway? That's not how they look when they go bad.
So it's all working now, is it? I don't have to leave it to dry or let it cool down?
Nope, it's ready to go. It'll be ringing off the hook in no time.
That's if I can pay my phone bill, anyway. And the rent, and the suppliers. Anyway, take a seat and I'll be right with you. Your coffee's on the house.
I sat at one of the empty tables, while at the counter, Carmen had started dialing the phone.
Hello? How's my favourite sister doing today?
As she talked, Carmen became more and more tense. This didn't seem like a call for some cooking advice.
I know I still owe you from last time, but I can't afford to take part in the festival if I don't pay.
I could almost feel the eye roll at the other end of the line.
No.
You don't need to be here, though. Can't you just put the check in the post?
When the call ended, Carmen brought me my coffee, her hands trembling.
Sorry about that. My sister's decided to fly in for a visit. Oh god, I have to get ready. Actually, I might have another job for you. Can you come by tomorrow?
Sure. I feel like the mayor probably did pay me, but I don't feel like I've been paid yet.
The next day, I'd promised Carmen I'd return to help her get the cafe ready for her sister's arrival. I was about to set out when I received an unexpected call from my hotel's reception desk. Apparently, another guest had asked for me by name. Curious, I took the creaking elevator up to the top floor and made my way to the room number they'd given. I knocked.
Are you here about the camera? It's about time.
The woman in front of me was immaculate. Not a hair out of place or a crease to be seen.
My sister tells me you know how to fix things. I'd usually go to an expert, of course, but in this town...
So this was Carmen's sister? The two of them couldn't have been more different. Inside her room, I saw a beautiful reflex camera. Any professional photographer's dream.
The viewfinder is completely dark. I can't see anything through it at all. I assume you can figure out what's wrong?
Yep, and I magically have the replacement parts too. Because of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Let's just take apart this expensive camera.
I don't suppose you've fixed anything this valuable before.
Huh. Simple as.
If I used the screwdriver, I could adjust the angle of the mirror. Perfect. Now the viewfinder should be working.
No, I can't look through the viewfinder. Okay. I want to get this screw in place. Okay, that's the mount hole. Ta-da! Camera! Camera.
I felt a pang of envy as I handed the camera to Helena. I put my disposable to shame.
I picked it up on my first trip to Paris. It's a
That's true.
1958 limited edition. The first of its kind. It cost me 3 months' salary. But it was worth it.
I had no idea what 3 months' salary meant to Helena, but I was pretty sure it was more than I could afford. It was strange, really, that we were even staying in the same hotel. I'd picked this place because it was cheap and cheerful, but surely she could afford somewhere better? She took some test shots, fiddling with the camera settings until she was absolutely satisfied.
This work is immaculate. At least there's one person in this town who knows what they're doing. Sending you to me might be the first thing Carmen's actually gotten right.
I wondered why Helena had bothered coming if she thought so little of her sister.
I hear nothing from her for weeks, and then when she finally does call me, all she wants is money. If she thinks I'm lending her another penny, she'll have to convince me it's not a total waste of time.
That didn't sound good. If Hurricane Helena was about to hit, I hoped Carmen was ready.
Hurricane Helena, too soon, too soon. Oh, there's 14 chapters. Okay. Okay, I think we're probably gonna beat this well before stream end. We'll see.
The sun was setting over Bellariva by the time I reached Carmen's cafe. From the outside, it looked as quiet as ever, but inside, I found Carmen cleaning like her life depended on it.
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this. If Helena finds one speck of dust in here, I'll never hear the end of it.
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each sweep of her mop. Trying to live up to the standards of someone like Helena seemed like an impossible task.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious when it broke. I really need this to go well. If she doesn't lend me the money, I don't know how long I can keep this place going.
Carmen led me to a back room, where she'd laid out the components of what looked like a neon sign.
I had this made when I first opened the cafe, but I'm hopeless with electronics.
So there was supposed to be a sign outside. This might explain the lack of customers.
I'd like to put it up before Helena gets here. Can you give it a try?
The Carmen Cafe, eh? Oops. There. Eh. Blue. Alright. Well, that connects across there. Is that it?
I don't know, it's a bit, flat. Maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
Great idea! I think I have a spare part that could do that.
There we go. That's why there's two more Inglemabops. Let's put glue on this first. Yeah, because glue just magically disappears.
It still needs something else.
You must feel
Maybe we can add one of these.
connection between us.
You officially arrived. Welcome on in, Trashly. Thank you for officially arriving. Yeah, I kind of kept showing ice cream. Game also looks highly stressful. It's extremely cozy. What do you mean?
It works! I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set.
Zero stress, no time, no worries. It's just a bunch of narration. Ta-da! Neon sign.
The sign fixed, we headed outside and mounted it carefully over the cafe door.
The ice cream cone.
Oh, that's perfect, Maria. It looks just how I imagined it. When I had this sign made, it all seemed so simple. Oh, I can't believe I might have to give it all up. I hope I've done enough.
The smile froze on her face as she spotted something over my shoulder. I turned to see.
Of course, my sister owns the only cafe in this entire town that isn't actually open.
For better or worse, Helena had arrived. Carmen opened her mouth to explain, but Helena swept indifferently past her. Finally pausing in the doorway, she turned back towards Carmen.
The first thing we're doing is getting rid of that hideous sign.
But we just fixed that.
And with that, she disappeared inside. I hoped Carmen's chances of saving the cafe hadn't disappeared with her.
We just put it together for her. We're playing Game Boy SP.
It was the day before the festival,
Chunky
and the
one.
whole town was busy getting ready. I had more work than I knew what to do with. When Joseph called with another job, I was craving the cool quiet of his and Izzy's seafront house. I'd barely reached their front door when I heard someone calling me.
Psst. Maria, I need your help. Quickly, it's top secret.
It was Izzy, peeking out from the side of the house. She beckoned for me to follow her. She led me through to a beautiful, unruly garden overflowing with flowers of every color. Nestled among them was a playhouse, its doorway almost completely obscured by a towering rose bush.
You have to squeeze past it and breathe in real small, like this.
Izzy took in a big gulp of air and crawled through the gap and into the playhouse. I hadn't planned on crawling in the dirt today, but the life of a repairwoman never did run smooth. On the table inside, there was an electronic toy. Not exactly the usual stock in my parents' antique shop.
I had an
Electronic
accident.
toy?
I didn't do it on purpose or anything, but it won't turn on anymore. Can you fix it for me?
Probably. What game is this? Forest Adventure. Oh no. How the fuck did you crack the button? The screen? Sure, understandable. Have a nice day. The button? How do you crack a button? Already building a returning customer base? Yeah. How do you mangle a button that badly? Oh, the bottom just pops off. Don't you unscrew it or anything? Okay. Oh, jeez. Alright, well, this needs to get replaced. Just slap that new one in. Actually, let's... Yeah, we need to take it all the way off so we get this button out. Okay, I guess this goes up there. And let's get it all plugged back in. Whole screen module's gotta come out. Game cartridge good? Yep. Gotta blow into it. It doesn't work if you don't blow into it. Hey, Kazik.
Do grown-ups play games as well?
Pop and play. Wait, can I actually play it?
Can you show me how to play? I tried before,
can.
but it was so hard.
Let me shrink and stretch. I can play a game in a game. Yay! I win!
Her toy fixed, I watched Izzy retreat into its screen, taking refuge in a 3-inch world of her own.
You still replay your old original cartridge of Pokemon Sapphire and old hardware, see? I have a copy, you used to have 2 copies, of Pokemon Crystal. Its battery had when it went out 15 years ago. I couldn't keep a save file on that thing anymore. But I still have it. I still need to replace that battery.
Well, I'd better head inside. Your dad is waiting for me.
Please don't tell him about the game. He'll think I broke it on purpose.
Why would he think that?
Because, well, I kind of dropped it really hard at the wall.
At the wall.
Izzy looked down, scuffing her shoes on the worn floor of the playhouse.
My dad said I have to go to this stupid festival tomorrow and put on a stupid dress, and I don't want to. All he cares about is working. He never wants to see me unless it's for his job. I'm not going. He can't make me.
Battery on your Sapphire went out ages ago. Thankfully, the save data isn't tied to battery in that one, so you keep playing it and do hacked runs to the old Game Shark. Nice. Yeah, I don't know why the older cartridges need the battery to keep the save data, but I think that's the problem. Maybe the battery did go out and it just refused to keep save data. I don't know. It just stopped keeping save data at some point.
With that, Izzy dove back through the rosebush and disappeared into the wilds of the garden. She was so young. She couldn't be expected to see that her dad was struggling too. It made me think. Had I really tried hard enough to understand my parents' point of view? I was so focused on the adventures ahead of me. Maybe I didn't care enough about leaving them behind.
It's not your own fault. You're young, you're not expected to know things. Watch.
Leaving Izzy hiding in the garden, I walked around to the front of the house and rang the doorbell. It was only then I noticed my favorite overalls covered in grass stains. I scrubbed desperately, but it was too late.
Maria, what are you doing? What happened to your clothes?
I was, repairing a lawnmower.
How unusual. Well, do come in. The job I've got for you is a little more delicate.
Totally embarrassed, I walked into an orderly room filled with papers and ledgers. So this was his office. You must be so busy getting ready for the festival. Are you looking forward to it?
Of course. It's traditional for the mayor to judge food from every cafe and restaurant in town.
Really? That sounds like a lot.
I'll be declaring the best chef in Bella Riva by this time tomorrow. Speaking of which...
He unclipped the watch from his wrist and very carefully handed it to me.
I'll have a tight schedule to follow, but my watch stopped working a while ago. Could you see if you can make it tick again?
Nah, I'll restore the old ticker. Oh, that faceplate's cracked, bruh. Love always. I'll make a pun because it's, you know, it's a watch, so love always watches. Tiny screwdriver and tiny screws.
Ah, the main plate has completely cracked. I'll need to replace it. The cogs look good though. If I'm careful, I can reuse those.
know the order they need to go in. Not that one. That should go there. I can't take that one out, so I guess I need to put in that one. And that goes on the right side. Oh, go back in your spot. Oh, it goes on the other side here. There we go. Alright, this is what I've been wanting to do the whole time. Get rid of that part.
Are you sure it will all fit back together?
Yeah.
I've not gone a day without this watch since my wife gave it to me.
Hold on. There we go. Almost skip that step. Not be bad. Let me rotate it. Yep. Oh, no. Wait, where'd that part come? Hold on. Dang it. How do you use all the screws? That's not how watches work? What do you mean that's not how watches work? Clearly it's only a few screws. Ah. I was assuring him that it would all go back together, because he was concerned. It would all fit back together. Yeah. That was clearly my intention. It ticks again.
As I
fixed the
handed
old
the
ticket.
watch back to Joseph, my fingers traced over the engraving on the back. I hoped fixing this was one small way I could help him move forward.
Technically only one screw to get into it. I mean, it really does depend on the watch itself. I've had them where they've had multiple really tiny screws in the four corners. Like near where the strap connects.
I can't believe it's working, Maria. Thank you. My wife was a brilliant woman. Feeling this ticking on my wrist, it makes me feel like she's still here. Watches measure minutes and hours like they're infinite. I didn't know we had so little time. Even with Isabel, I barely see her. And when I do, she acts like she hates me.
Just then, the phone rang. Even when he was at home, his work was never done.
Sorry, Maria. I have to take this. I'll see you at the festival tomorrow.
As I left, I turned and saw him pacing the floor of his office, his watch glinting in the afternoon sun. I hoped its quiet ticking would at least bring him some peace during the busy days to come.
A Fix in Time was the achievement name. Projector.
When my
Almost always
last
avoid
job of
that
the day brought me
allergy
to Carmen's
concerns.
apartment, the door was opened by someone I didn't expect to see, Helena.
Allergy concerns. Allergy concerns. Well, I know different manufacturers do things differently. I mean, hell, they usually paint cars to make sure they don't rust in the weather and sun, but there's the Cybertruck.
Sorry for inflicting this mess on you. Carmen's never seen a knickknack she doesn't want to buy, apparently.
Carmen's apartment was a little chaotic, but totally charming. It was easy to imagine her living in a place like this. It definitely wasn't Helena's style. She seemed more upmarket than flea market. I wondered why she was even here.
We're having a clear out, or at least I am. Carmen's not helping, as usual. There's a market at the festival tomorrow. I'm selling some of these things to make her some money. She says she has nothing when there's all this stuff right under her nose.
Helena stepped delicately past the items on the floor and reached down to pick up one from the pile.
Look at this slide projector. Our parents treasured it, but Carmen treats it like a piece of junk. Can you take a look?
No, it's not just any projector, it's a slide projector. Alright, I'll take the little feeties off or anything.
Okay, I'll need to redirect the light, the lens at the top, for the projector to work.
And a third one.
That light bulb is completely smashed.
Let's put that down. I guess there's... Yeah, the other one goes up here. Along with the wire.
Oh, typical. Carmen's even managed to get a slide stuck in here.
Alright, well... I'm missing a bit. Look. Oh, does it mount there? It mounts there. Okay. I see. Nope, it's just running right now off of magic battery power, yes? I don't know. Let's take this back out, I guess. Yeah, I'll take this off. I was supposed to go there. They just gave me the other socket to confuse me.
I was so excited when I moved to the city. Carmen, she looks so sad. Here's the clicker you'll need to attach. God knows how Carmen broke that as well.
Oh, it looks like it just kind of came off.
When we were younger, Carmen was always following me around. I suppose she looked up to me. A cool older sister. She used to ask me when I was coming home, but I was always too busy.
Are you understanding it now, Helena? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Feeling the memories now?
Helena was transfixed, staring at the two young sisters the projector had brought glaringly into focus.
I never meant to let her down.
But you haven't, have you? You came all this way just to help with the cafe. Plus the money.
That's the problem. There is no money. I lost my job a few months ago. My savings are almost gone. I have nothing. Carmen thinks I'll throw my checkbook at her bad decisions and make them okay. But I can't. Not this time. You know, the funny thing is, I came here wanting to tell her the truth. But she's so infuriating. How can I ask her for help when all she cares about is herself?
Helena fell silent, shrinking under the gaze of her younger self, projected onto the wall.
We drifted so far apart when I moved away. It felt like the only thing keeping us together was my bank balance. I know I have to tell her the truth. It isn't fair. But I already lost everything else. What if I lose her too?
Oh no. Sorry, I could fix your things, but I can't fix your life. The game's not set up for me to do that. Little campfire stove.
The day of the festival finally came, and after all my hard work, I was ready to put down my tools and pick up a fork. The smell as I entered the main square was incredible. Each stall was selling food even more delicious than the last. The competition would start any minute. Most stall holders were waiting anxiously for the mayor to pay them a visit. All of them, that was, except Carmen, who was still frantically chopping vegetables and stirring pots.
Maria! Thank God you're here. Can I ask you the world's biggest favour? Helena was supposed to help me run the stall today, but she never turned up. Probably too ashamed to show her face. I can't believe she lied to me.
Carmen was stirring so furiously she was in danger of tipping the pot over altogether.
The mayor will be here any minute for the judging, but I'm almost out of my special.
She wasn't really going to ask me, was she? Not on my day off.
I have a stove ready to build and everything. Can you set it up and make me a spare batch?
I gotta build a stove so I can help you? That's not part of my job.
It all fits. Now to light the gas.
Off. One half stick of blank, half a carrot, 2 broccoli florets. Broccoli florets. 3 wild mushrooms and plenty of leather. I don't know. Okay.
I think that pot is really boiling now. Smells great if I say so myself.
Want me to
Here
add
are the
leaves?
ingredients that Carmen's given me. What to add first?
The half stick. Half of a carrot. So that's a full carrot. That'll be a half, but half of a carrot. 2 florets. Handful of chopped tomatoes.
That looks good. I'll scoop a spoonful when I'm ready to serve.
Three wild mushrooms. Does not say anything about being chopped, but 1, 2, 3. Plenty of
Oh, her recipe is a bit smudged. Never mind. I'm sure whatever I put in will be fine.
sure, plenty of these. There we go. Four-season soup.
My part
So-
done, Carmen took over and added the finishing touches. It was just in time, and a moment later, Joseph arrived with Izzy in tow. Carmen anxiously handed them both a serving.
That was so tasty. Can I have some more, please?
Well, you've certainly earned yourself a loyal customer in my daughter. We have a few more meals to taste, but so far you are one of the best. Good luck.
Joseph and Izzy looked so happy together. Maybe the festival was doing them some good after all. Carmen, on the other hand, seemed annoyed. But why, when it had all gone so well?
I wish Helena was here to see this. She's so convinced I'll never succeed at anything.
She wants what's best for you. She's just not very tactful about it.
Yes, I know. Even when I was a kid, she pushed me when no one else did. I just wish she hadn't lied to me. But then, I've asked so much of her over the years. I never stopped to think how much she actually had to give.
Yay! Chapter 11.
The festival finished. I only had one day left before I had to catch my train and leave Bella Riva behind.
Oh, really? Only a few days?
I couldn't go without saying goodbye to Carmen. So, that evening, I made my way to the cafe. It was unrecognizable. She'd done it. Best food in Bella Riva. Half the town was outside waiting to see what the fuss was about.
Maria! My favorite sous chef! Come on through!
It was Carmen, acting every inch the successful cafe owner she deserved to be. Even Helena was there, serving the coffees. This was the last place I expected to see her after yesterday's drama. Carmen led me through to a balcony upstairs. where she brought out an old record player.
I found out where Helena was on the day of the festival.
Oh?
She was selling her camera to clear the cafe's debts. But then she didn't have much left for herself. So, I've asked her to come and stay with me for a while. We have a lot of catching up to do. I wanted to give her this, to cheer her up. We listened to it all the time when we were kids. Do you think it has one last tune in it?
Well, of course. I'm not the restorer of things.
Okay, let's see what happens when we turn this on. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. Here's the problem. This wiring isn't connected properly.
Let's see, there's also the rewind and fast forward. Those... there's fast forward.
That's the speed dial connected. Now we should be able to change it. I think that should do it. This record should play beautifully. It's spinning the wrong way. How can I get it to play in the right direction? It must be to do with the motor. Let's see if one of these spares can turn things around.
No, it sounded great. I don't know what you talked about. Let's take that band off.
If I turn the volume up, I should be able to hear it now.
Alright, this is... Well, it's a 70-watt model. Model number U57WO. Oh. You just have the wrong motor entirely. Not burnt out or anything, no, just incorrect number entirely.
Well, it's playing in the right direction. I should check it's turning at the correct speed.
What will remain of the smiles, the ones that stole my heart that day?
The record player's crackling tune must have caught Helena's ear, as she appeared a few moments later.
Is that my old record player? I can't believe you've kept it all these years, Carmen.
Leaning over the music, they looked just like the young sisters the slide projector had preserved all these years, inseparable once again. Carmen told me about your camera. That was a really generous thing to do.
I loved that camera, but I love my sister more. Now it's her time to be the person she wants to be. I'm going to stay here with her for a while. Make up for lost time.
And work the cafe.
Carmen and Helena's relationship wasn't suddenly going to be perfect, but they were both prepared to try. And to think, it had all started because of a call Carmen made about some seasoning tips. I guess in the end, maybe it wasn't so hard to just pick up the phone and dial. I hadn't spoken to my own parents in a year. I wanted to hear their voices more than anything. But the silence between us was so cavernous. I didn't know how I'd ever find the words to bridge it.
The word's called hello. Hello from the other side. Apollo's Reprise, Chapter 12.
My final morning in Bella Riva, I received one last call out to Joseph and Izzy's house. I knew I had to pack, but I figured I could squeeze in one final job before I had to leave. When I arrived, I found Joseph tidying up his wilderness of a garden. The playhouse was already cleared. Inside, I could see Izzy happily testing out her screw-driving skills on the back of her cassette deck.
This is gonna be the next fixer.
You've made quite the impression. Isabel, Izzy, tells me she's going to be a repairwoman like Maria.
I'm sure she could be anything she wanted if she put her mind to it.
She could. She's a brilliant child. Spending the day with her at the festival, I haven't had so much fun in ages. I wanted to give her something before she starts to forget.
Inside, the house was transformed, flooded with light and the sounds of the garden. It felt alive again. This would be my last repair in Bellariva, but it felt like it was the house that had really been restored.
It's a music box. It used to play beautifully, but now when I wind it up, nothing happens. I'd love for Izzy to hear it sing again. Can you help?
A music box. Right. Doesn't make sound at all.
Maria, could you add this family picture of us?
Yeah. Oh, right. This is the part that needs to glue. Oop, there it goes. Oh, there's part I can take out. Okay, so that's all the internals.
This mechanism is completely broken. I'll need to take it all apart before I can fix it.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely mangled. Externally. Yeah, that gets tossed. New one go in. Nope. That seems probably correct. Okay. Put that back inside. Cover back up. There. I'll put the screws back in here. Base back on. And all 40 screws.
Still a few parts missing.
There. Are there parts missing? He's fine. It seems like it worked well. And I guess these aren't flipping out. Guess there's something else up there. Alright, let me unscrew it, bottom up, account. Ah, yeah, that's how it goes together. Not the parts were missing per se. I just had those gears in the wrong spot. And there we go.
I think that's everything back together again. I should play it to make sure.
My wife used to sing this song to Izzy each night before bed, but I always worked too late to join them. Will you dream a dream for me if I sit by your side and hold you so tight? Know that I will always love you, even though we both know that we must say goodnight.
Sweet song.
I've missed so much already. I want to be the father my wife wanted me to be. I've ended up so much like my own father, working all the time. Izzy needs me more than that, especially now it's just the two of us. My daughter comes first. Well, until she gets bored of her stuffy old dad anyway.
I'll never ever get bored of you, Dad.
Izzy came running into the room where Joseph scooped her up and onto his shoulders.
Oh,
She gazed at the music box, her eyes shining. I'd never seen her look so happy.
Thank you, Maria, for everything. The things you fixed for me. I'm so glad to have them back.
Joseph was a good father, and I could tell he was determined to be an even better one. When it came down to it, that was all any of us wanted. A second chance to make something right. My time in Bellariva was almost over, but before I left, I knew there was something of my own I needed to fix.
what do we need to fix? What job are we doing for free? Oh, we're packing. We're packing the suitcase now.
My time in Bellariva was almost at an end. Another chapter finished in a story whose ending I hadn't felt ready to write. The people I'd met, the items I'd restored, they'd taught me so much about what was really important. Pulling out my suitcase from beneath the bed, I remembered the day I stole it from my parents' shop, the day I left. Afterwards, I was too ashamed to call them, to apologize. It was a guilt I'd been carrying around every day since. As I packed, I knew that it was up to me to find a way to lighten the load.
History of watches.
Joseph's idea of light reading for the train. It does look thorough. My train ticket. I can't believe it's time to leave Bellariva behind. My parents would love Bellariva. Maybe I can convince them to make the trip. Helena gave me these designer shirts. Not sure I'll pull them off as well as she does. Izzy gave me this in exchange for my repair manual. She'll be a pro in no time.
I didn't hear most of it because I just went too fast.
My suitcase was full, but it was my heart that felt heavy as I made my way to the station. I was sorry to be leaving Bellariva behind, but I hoped that in my own small way I'd made a difference.
Been there like a week.
Helena and Carmen's reunion was possible because they'd learned to overcome their differences. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his grief or his work get in the way of his relationship with Izzy. They'd each learned to see things from someone else's perspective. Maybe it was time I saw things through my parents' eyes. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train, put even more distance between us, but I finally felt ready to talk to them. I just didn't know if they would feel the same.
They also need to see from your perspective. Takes two. Or in your case, three, because it's two parents, I guess.
Did I even remember their number? I wasn't sure until I reached for the phone and it all came flooding back. Mom? Dad?
Maria? Is that you?
And credits! Yay! One last thing. An epilogue. Where we fix a coffee machine. Epilogue, Carmen's letter.
Dear Maria, Carmen here. Sorry I haven't written. The cafe's been absolutely manic since you left. Luckily, I have Helena here to help. You wouldn't recognise her. She's like a new woman. She's always running round, taking orders and making drinks. I even heard her compliment a customer on their outfit. Personally, I draw the line at fluorescent green bowling shirts, but each to their own. It certainly made the customer smile. She misses the city, though. Bellariva's many things, but it's definitely not as chic as she'd like.
Was a cute can? Yeah. It is a cute can.
She said there was a coffee shop near her old apartment where they made coffee with a shape drawn on top. It got me thinking, I'm an award-winning chef. I can figure out how to put a leaf on a cappuccino. A bit of cosmopolitan coffee might be just what Helena needs. Of course, ordering a new coffee machine was the easy part. I wish you could have seen the mess I got into trying to put the thing together.
Assembly!
I saw Maria use her screwdriver a million times. Taking this apart will be easy.
Well, first of all...
Oh, I wish Maria was here. She'd know how to put these pipes together.
No. Okay, that goes there. Oh, there we go. Nope.
That steam doesn't look good. There must be something wrong with the pipes. Finally, no more steam.
And power. I don't see a power plug. I see a plug for coffee and a plug for light. Oh, that's because we need to install the board. Silly me, of course. Oh, it finally just kind of worked in place. Okay, well. That one... The trace crosses twice. It would never. It would never. It's a cookie and not coffee because it's... No, Garment. Brilliant. So... It's not all fixed up.
These pipes look pretty simple. I should start with them.
I don't know what numbers go in. I don't know which one's number 1, 2, or 3. Power? Surely, if I just connect them in a line, it's fine. Right? Surely it's that easy.
It doesn't seem to work unless the circuit lights are all green.
Why not? Will you need more feedback? Those circuit lights are all green. It's in the green. I don't see any circuit lights over here, but you know what? Sure. Oh, there's more circuits back here. Tighten. There they are. Okay, so I connect them myself. So 2 goes to light, 2 goes to light, and I said 3 goes there. Cool. As long as those are consistent, it doesn't actually matter which was where. As long as it's consistent. But yeah, I'm fine with that. And there we go. All the parts used.
I think that's everything. Better test the buttons, just to make sure. All done. Piece of cake. Time to make my first coffee, I think.
Oh no. Oh, do I just happy grounds? How do you want me to do this? There's no input in here. Oh, touch that. Brew.
delicious. Now to make it look magical.
Oh, it's not giving me control. It's gonna take it away from me. I was gonna use the other thingy.
A perfect coffee. All it needs is a saucer and a couple of Helena's favourite biscuits.
I put a 1 on it. Yep, number 1. Perfect. That was exactly what I intended. Especially since they give me
I was
any
feeling
ability.
more has-been than coffee queen by the time I'd made a drink fit for human consumption. It looked a bit, postmodern, but knowing Helena's refined tastes, I hoped she'd think it was intentional.
Yeah, it's number 1.
Always the connoisseur. She didn't even bother to look at it at first. She was so busy wafting it under her nose. Steamed up her glasses, of course. How was she going to see my work of art through an eye full of fog? When she finally spotted it, though, she was totally impressed.
Yay!
I'll admit, she spent several minutes trying to figure out exactly what it was I'd drawn. She decided it was probably a horse. Well, what she doesn't know won't hurt her.
It was a number 1.
She was impressed enough to ask for another one. I guess I'll need to get some practice in. The whole thing was such hard work, Maria. I never realised how difficult it was, all that mechanical stuff. It made me realise how much I have to thank you for, so I wanted to say that now. Better latte than never. Hoping you're well. Your friend, Carmen.
Yay! Now that's the whole game. Yeah, that was a cute, enjoyable game. Yeah. The UI was a bit spotty, as I had to click in very specific spots to whirl the thing around. Wasn't to my standards of precision UI. But it was good, it was good. I enjoyed it. Thoroughly. Most definitely. And I hope y'all did too. But we got another hour. Okay, I've got another hour of your time to use up. It was a wonderful alert game. Yeah. What other puzzle games are in my library, Steam? What other games are categorized as a puzzle game? That's not gonna, like, take super duper long. Any good short form puzzles? Oh yes, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, of course. That's a short game, right? Right? Or Mirror's Edge, yeah, that's short. Outer Wilds, yeah. Those are such short, quick games. What else do I got swimming around in here? That's good for a good quickie. Yom! I have no clue what game that is at the moment. Lucius, that is... I would not classify that as a puzzle game. I mean, I guess it technically is. Definitely not a short game. definitely not that. Interesting. A bunch of these are on my Steam library, so I'm just looking at it going, oh. Without having any idea myself. Oh. Oh. You know what? I think I know. I think I know what is a fantastic little thing to just piddle around with. Or, you know, the next little bit. Minecraft. just a little bit of Minecraft, you know? Let me just update category. And update the capture. On a friend's server. No one's online, so I don't need to warn anything. But I'll go ahead and type because they have it set up to go to their Discord server. So if I type things in chat, they'll be able to read it. Oh yeah. Minecraft. Minecraft. Where I get to be giant woman. Like, look at this golem. I am larger than a golem. And I can give the golem head pats. Or these cats. Or all of my villagers. No, whoops, I accidentally just went to sleep instead. That's fine. Gotta pet all my villagers. But yeah, this is a super flat world with create and ex nihilo. Ex nihilo. And that's basically it. Looks like a mod we need in our server. It's a mod everyone needs on every server. But yeah, I am big. I have to crouch to fit in a 3-block high gap. There was a village here. I kind of cleared it and moved the villagers in there. And got more villagers. So they could take all their professions and be protected. From their own stupidity and from enemies. Villagers aren't exactly known for being very intelligent beings. But, can I pat enemies? I can pat enemies. I can and have. I also pat bees. They almost go completely flat. There's a pig. Hello, pig. You can pet other players, too. But there are no enemies right now. I'm surprised lack of spiders and creepers, but I guess I didn't let it be night long enough. Though a skeleton did burn up, so... in theory, there should be enemies around, but there aren't, so... But yes, you can pet enemies. Any entity... any entity in theory, any living entity, which ironically includes zombies. Also, I made a blue ice road. Whee! Whee! Go fast. This is my sifting setup. I'm going to be upgrading it soon with a fan. Whoa, chat, did you know that there's peace and love in the world? There's also capitalism, show. But that is a Kulupu, who speaks with ZHs instead of THs in all of their typings. It's their typing quirk. But yeah, this is how I get resources. To be more automated. That is how it is done, acquired. And then I take the raw stuff, and I shove it in there. Then it gets processed through. I shove the clay in here, it combines with flint and water, and it makes acerine, which is what I'm using for my walls. The walls that are needed to protect the villagers. And I'm also putting down spirals on the floor. You know, just hypnotic little spirals, that's all. Do I have furnaces in here? I do have a furnace in here. I should go ahead and throw down a furnace. Right there. So I can cook up a little bit of stuff. There we go, and we got more furnaces. Just so I can cook faster. I could use the crate machines to do it. However, that requires setting those up. And well, I haven't done it yet. This is blood, by the way. If I were to stand on top of this birch barrel with thorns enchantment, I take damage, and it makes blood. Blood and witch water interact to make 3 different blocks, one of which is netherrack. I also have witch water in here, and the system automatically replenishes it whenever I need to use it. And I have an ice machine right here, but I'm not pulling the ice automatically out anymore, since I finished with the ice needs of mine. So now this is used to wash ores in a bit more of an automated process. Just a tad more, you know? What, the perfect hydration for an infested tree? Yeah. Blood has its uses. Put some of the stuff away. Up, up, up. 3. There we go. I need about 10 more for my current design to be implemented. Yeah, I'll probably just leave it like that. Experience lights up, so it limits the light level. Alright, cartographer. Now you're leveled up. What you got next? You buy compasses. I think I'd just rather do more glass. You should eat the foods? Yes, go eat. Take care of yourself. Don't make me have to do it for you. Go on, take care of yourself. Put all this sand away. Butcher! I don't have any meat for you. Farmer wants potatoes. Too bad. You want leather. Too bad. You just want emeralds. You buy carrots. How many carrots do I have? I have a good number of carrots. Okay. I could eat for you, what a wonderful world it might be. Well, I can't eat for you. But, you know, if you can't take care of yourself, you might need to be domesticated. In which case you could be fed. Forcibly. A tree farm, by the way. Okay, let me just block those spots that it's not cutting at. Ah. Toss that in there, toss that in there. Shuffle that up. And there we go. This is just a little self-powered windmill that's spinning around a saw. You know, just plant cut trees. Real simple, real basic, nothing big and fancy. Doesn't need to be. And it just puts it on this big old item vault that I use a storage terminal on. Zombie! Hello, zombie. Very moment, very against being forced to do anything. Nothing little class A's can't fix. Or little class H. See? Can't pet enemies. Come here, Enderman. Come here, Enderman. Class H? No, Class A. Oh. Or Class H. Ooh. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. Don't worry about it, Petal. If you don't know, you don't need to know. Just say, okay, yay. That's all you need to do. Oh wait. Stop chucking your arrows in here. Ow. There we go. That's all cleared out. Now, let's get to sleep. There we are. Still got plenty of glass cooking. That way. Alright. I should probably get better everything going on, better setup. Because right now I've got my cobblestone here. It's moving, it grooving, it's doing its thing. But it can also be better. Let me get 2 drills. Oh, how many bees do I have? 1 bee. 2 more in there, okay. You know several Class H? You got out because of the furnaces. Can't leave y'all alone. I just can't leave y'all alone at all, can I? As soon as you see an opportunity, you gonzo. Okay, get back in there. I have like a little bit of experience. There's a cat in here. I just heard it. Where is you? There it is. Just a cat hanging out in the blood. Okay. Anyways, let's get those drills. I don't know how to search. UI synced standard search keep. And that's what we want. Alright, 2 drills. Probably gonna work on this, on a lower floor, actually. Alright, put the furnaces away. And then I can relower this wall back down. So I can still protect against, little tiny baby zombies. Okay. Have more smooth stone. Let's have that be the elevator itself. Can I super glue out? How to restart stream as it died after the ad. Interesting. Well, it's currently still in ad. Another 30 seconds of ad break. But hey, I appreciate you sticking around, sticking through. At some point, I'll have a little wall around this too. I need 2 pulleys. Like some use consent to, under circumstances, try. Don't think you'd like it. Feels not a great motivation for eating, even in the best of cases. The Affini Compact Class H are hypnotic drugs. They're hypnotic xenodrugs. Pulley. Oh, pulley. Need 2 of these. And, yeah, seems about right. Put them up there. Lean it all up. Huh. That's fine, it's still glued. I have a hand crank. I can get these lowered in position. Move shafts too. This bow and the shaft. Shove these 2 bows together. Back in, stream didn't break this time. Hey! There we go. Alright, now we need the elevator controls. Oh right, we need an elevator pulley. That means we need kelp. Good, plenty of charcoal. And I have a smoker right there. I can smoke that up real quick like. Right, so I guess it's not a rope pulley. Heard that it was hypnotic drugs. It's also legal code for hands around neck. I haven't heard about that. I don't know anything about your Terran bureaucracy. Inferior to Athene bureaucracy, so. Here's how you all think you're people. Let's get some brass. Get some birch log. There we go. Elevate good times, come on! One dried kelp block. Elevator pulley. New structures vertically. Start constructing cabin. With redstone contacts. Need redstone contacts. We also need contraption controls. And more redstone contacts. You're in a human lived in the vicinity the last 1400 or so years. Decent amount of time. Okay. I need a redstone contact. And I will need contraption controls. There it is. Which need electron tube. Which will also require sand, paper. May need to introduce yourself properly. Certainly. I would love to get back with the bureaucracy and let them know. So that we can run our Cotillodon program on your species and help bring you in. To the compact proper. Contraption controls. We got the polished, yeah. So, contraption controls. I'm missing a button. I'm missing the button. Hello, Iron Golem. Oh yeah, you're here. Cornflower, black dye, light blue, orange. Nope, not anything I want. I see that it says bed is occupied, but usually you let me shut them out of bed. I don't care which bed to sleep in. Any of them will do. Every contraption is pulley assembles a contraption. Other pulleys in the same layer will connect to the structure. They do not require to be powered or even attached. Okay. But I can make more for a aesthetic's
I knew you
sake.
would come. You must feel as I do the connection between us.
Hey, Aqua. Thanks for popping on by. You missed our first game of the night. We had beat it far faster than I thought it would. I thought it might take at least a couple hours. But so we switched to Minecraft. Because of course we did. He was taking a fat nap. You know, that's fair, that's valid. You Terrans, always so tired. Alright. Got that. Measure out 2 blocks. Put in another pair of these. Like so. No introductory channel on my Discord? That's true. I don't have one of those. I don't know, is that something people actually want? Then if there's demand, I could do it. Alright, elevator pulley. So it does need to be powered. Yeah, it needs to be powered by something. Okay, well, what it could be powered by is a super simple washer wheel. I'm using this all over the place. Actually, let's make 3 of these. Make 2 of them. And do I have any more precision mechanisms? I do have precision mechanisms. But I need more brass casings. Demand things from me? No. You need not demand anything. Beg, though. Request and beg. Now that works. Now let's get a rotation speed controller. And a large cogwheel. And maybe more cogs. Asked if there was a demand. Yeah, like supply and demand term. I'm not asking for things to be demanded, it's asking if there was people wanting it. Was a demand. Put these water wheels in right there. And then I'll replace this with a different material at some point. But for now, it'll do. Either way, you're switched so it could be arranged. Alright, let's get a bucket. And get some water in that. There we go. Take this cobblestone away. Alright, that's too fast. Here to half the speed. Still too much. Half that, perfect. Do I need to flip it? How do I tell it? Let me get those redstone contacts in place. And get that there. And then I'll toss the traction control right there. There we go. Now it knows. Alright, next part, slightly different. Some water. And let's make a little hole right here. I can fit in a 1x1 hole, but it's a little tricky. I'll do that so it'll help. Okay, that doesn't actually help at all. Because, again, this is a super flat world. And that means there's only 4 blocks of this world. And then it's, yeah, it's empty. What's weird? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 ought to be good. Two, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6 would be right. And then should be right here. That's smooth stone. Okay, so that's the whole wall of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'll put the cobblestone down to act as the wall. To indicate where that wall is. Throw down a torch here. Actually, where the heck's the contact? It should be that far corner. Ah, smooth stone. I was off by 1. Right here. Yeah, there it is. Move right off this edge. Just like so. Huh. And this go back in place. Take away a little bit of this flooring. That. Ah. And easy peasy. There we are. And then I just get a couple silly little buttons. Go to sleep for the night. And apply the button there. And apply the button there. There we are. Actually, I'm just gonna put a torch there. There we go. Hit this button. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, I just realized it. The controls didn't come with it. You got disconnected. Make sure to glue that in place. There we go. Much better. Or like to be addressed when you beg for an introduction channel. Whatever you think appropriate, Petal. Whatever you think appropriate. Curious to find out what that would be. In the interim of that, though, we need a lot more smooth stone cooked up, so let's get the furnaces ready. Let's just make a stack of furnaces there. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's go make a bunch of charcoal. Just check in on our farmers. Good job. That doesn't mean you have too much experience. Do that trade twice, you level up. Just level you up. Let's just enrich our little savants. Also, I'm kidding, you don't need to beg, unless you want to. I'll make an introduction channel. Okay, you sell cookies and buy melons. Well, we have more than enough emeralds. What are you next year? Pumpkin pies and pumpkins. Fair enough. So many cookies. Suspicious stews. Okay. About the second one. Weakness. Okay. What's the other one do? Jump boost. Okay. First one gives jump boost, the second one gives weakness. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, that was enough to, after the cookies as well, it was enough to level you up to the top. Gold carrots and glistering melons. Are these useful again? Wood wants to build its potential leave an ethereal rose hanging. I like that. And now the cat in my lap. The old lady Jinxie. Alright, so glistering melons are used to make potions of healing. That's right, that's right. Potions of healing. They're also loved by piglins. Fair enough. Fair enough. Because they are made of gold. Oh, what was the other one we got? Golden carrots. Potions of night vision. Okay.
What?
Now let's buy a bunch of pumpkin pies. I'll eat those for a while. I'll put the rest of these apples away. Now, what else you got? Buy some more cookies, I reckon. We have A few more emeralds. Okay, need to acquire more emeralds. Shove these things away. Checking on the furnace stack. It's working. And let's go. Actually, shout an extra out deployer, right? I do have an extra deployer and an extra chute. That's good, that's what I need. Now, do I have an extra chest? I do. Fantastic. Get that there, but not immediately up against it. Right like that. I'll filter it to gravel. Put a chute on top. Put a chest on top of that. Fill it up with gravel. Okay, and then I just need to power this. Which would be simple enough. I have another precision mechanism. Bone rotation speed controller. Large cogwheel. Belt. I can put that here. I can stretch it to basically wherever I want. Maybe I'll put it above. Slap down the rotation speed controller there. Belt. Large gear. And this time... How much wool do I have? 3. How much string do I have? Not for 21 wool. Alright. Work. Various stone types. I don't know if blaze is best or not. But I can't make them out of bone. I have plenty of bone. But our ethereal rose, please grant us an introduction channel, so that she may judge if we are pleasing to her senses. Yes. Post-stream, I will make that introduction channel for you. It's a lovingly worded request there, Pebble. Much appreciated. You'll learn our ways soon enough. You're well on your way already. Alright. This bone crook does seem to last a decent amount of time. It could be better. It's currently night now, so we'll need to rest in the not too distant future, just to skip the night. And let's hop into bed. There we are. Is there a advancement that really tells me the crook? There's a joke for using clay. How much clay do I have? How much? I have some. I assume it breaks in a single hit, because it is, not balanced. Oh, I can cook into terracotta. Balanced? What did you expect? That is precisely what I expected, actually. Another clay crook. And I will bake it with a couple sticks. Once all those are finished. Yeah, fun fact for y'all too. I knew the person that made the Aviridium, huh? Right, we have more string. Let's toss down 2 sticks in there. And what we're going to bake? Right, smooth stone. Terracotta crook. Terracotta crook. Let's grab another couple stacks of stone. So I've got that automated over there. You still sell the same things. There we are. All this charcoal there. We don't exactly have a lot of cob in here, do we? We do not have a lot of cob. Let's acquire a stack, just to hold on to. And that's not running yet. Okay, the reason I'm doing that, make more sails. All our sails and a windmill bearing. We'll also need some more cogs. We have 4 of these. And the other for a gearbox. Go ahead and pre-make that to be vertical. We can just plop that there. Windmill bearing on top. I'm gonna get a gear. Get the large cog. And slap that down on top. And let's twist. put the other ones in place. And give them the old dick twist. There we go. There we are. Run it the other way. How fast are we allowed to get this thing rolling? $64, still good. 128's too much though, isn't it? No, 128's fine. Max speed's fine. Okay, cool. Well, there we go. We have sifting. Well, the action of sifting is automated. We don't have to do that anymore. I mean, that's something. I guess we'll have to gather all the drops. That's fine. Sifting in from Mod Pack back in the day that you loved. Yeah. Skyblock packs. This is based on a Fabric, the server though. Fabrique Ex Nihilo is the variant of the mod. Okay, I'm gonna go put this log in here. Wasn't a Skyblock pack, but yeah. True. Ex Nihilo was made for Skyblock packs, but yeah, you didn't have to Skyblock to use it. Obviously. Technically, I'm not in Skyblock either. It's a super flat world. It's just functionally a Skyblock. Oh yeah, just tearing through all this gravel. Yeah, I can't actually even handle one. No, it has a full stack of gravel in it. Okay. So yeah, it can actually handle me going with a full 5x5 array. Or in a 25 gravel. It could handle that. I might upgrade it to that. But the end result of this is also going to be from below. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter. It could be from above like this. Doesn't really change anything. I'd bother upgrading Gravel Stitching Factory after you made it nuclear powered. That's fair. I wouldn't either. Especially if you had other ways of getting resources. There we are. And I can simply put all these zinc nuggets together for an ingot. And then start processing crushed iron. I will be moving this machine elsewhere too, possibly going underground into the basement area. I don't actually remember, it was 8 years ago. You mean you can't remember things from 8 years ago, clear as day? my first attempt at a Minecraft Let's Play, where I was just trialing it if my computer could handle it. In fact, the title of the video was Trialing a Minecraft Pack. A Minecraft Mod Pack. Or no, Trialing a Minecraft Let's Play. I had, that one mod that adds cultures. It wasn't mine colonies, but it was the one that adds different cultural villages, and you can help build them up. And I was outside of a Mayan town, and I had a dirt house where I had a nuclear reactor built. I was above a lake. I had a dirt house above a lake. A dirt platform above a lake, rather. With a nuclear reactor. Just, you know, if it were to go sky high, well, the village wouldn't exist anymore. Those are my early bloom days. I was an early bloom. Maybe a system not always permitted to access memories. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Hello, zombies. Let's sleep through the night. And let, you know, all the other things do their job. Let the sifter be sifting. Let it just work. Yeah, I see a creeper. It got in the boat. I'm not sure if it was gonna come and harm me or not. It got in the boat. I mean, I'm sure its intention was to harm me. It just got distracted. With a boat. There we are. We'll stack more iron. Shovel that away. It's coal, emerald, sandpaper, super glue, redstone. This diamond hammer. This gunpowder. They're still really trying to plant beetroot. Still stuck in the farmer's inventory. I have to keep breaking it. It's supposed to be going with carrots, not beetroot. You started streaming in 2014? But you're not a flowering tree? This might not be called early bloomer. I just started streaming about 3.5 years ago. So, not too long in the scheme of things. I'm still here, just chugging away. That's a lot of iron. As you count fungal blooms. Are you a fungus among us? Amogus. La-da-da-da-da. Oh, got through it all. Nice. Alright, that's a good number of resources. That was a good amount of resource. Let's see what the haul ended up with in terms of diamonds. 48 diamonds. Not too bad. Part rotting tree and part fungal infestation, but all forest troll. Ah, forest troll. Very nice, very nice. Oh, these are notes. Raw iron, raw bits. A few raw bits. Ew. I'm just an early wave of the compact. The Athene compact. As per the destiny of the compact, pre-written future, we should be here in about 500 years. From the Triangulum Galaxy. Well, it's taken some time. But I'm already here to learn. Make it a much easier migration process for all of you cuties. So that when we do arrive, there's even less loss of savant life. There was barely any to begin with. But, you know, even one is too many. There we are. Stone meal here. One moment. Sorry, my younger cat was stealing my older cat's food. Had to chase her off. The nerve. Years, like 14 roughly in human years. 14 in human years? No. 500 human years. About 550-ish years. Human years. Heron years, really. So, you know, the average Athene is about 2.5 blooms. Oh, there's gonna be so many young, fresh blooms by then. Plenty to take care of all the Terrans in this part of the galaxy. And of course all the other savants across. the Milky Way. But with the English concept of dog years. 14 and troll years. Oh, look at that. 1.1k iron. We almost have more iron than we have dirt. Need things to run faster, work faster, and have more automatic flow. Which would also require sorting. If we get a filter... Yep, we have an attribute filter. Let's go over here and see what attributes are on. A piece of crushed raw iron. Can be washed, smelted in a blast furnace. Crushed raw materials, group create, added by create crushed raw materials. Okay. We want it to be in that list. And I'll go ahead and grab the lesser filter. The list filter. To put that in. So I can just keep the attribute filter around and just use the list one. Makes it easy to add more stuff. We will need a grass tunnel. We need another belt, which require more kelp. More shaft. Okay. Need some iron nuggets. I'll just go pick up some more from over there. Andesite, though. We do not have a lot of andesite. Don't have diorite. There we go. Gonna need more cobble. That's fine, it's right here. Find these two to get andesite. Now a stack of that stuff. Half stack goes in there. Wash. Oh, it's already aligned. I can actually make that the end of the belt. Again, extend this. Keep it moving. We just extend it to there-ish. About to get hit by an arrow. Yep. And then I'll go take a little nap with my entire garden over here. Are we making Dexter? Dexter's Lab? I wouldn't count it out just yet, just because they're remaking it. It depends who's in charge, and then what they are doing. Oh, the serial killer series. Oh, I have no stake in that game. Actually, I'm gonna put it here. No, I'm gonna go ahead and put it here for now. It'll still be extended by one more, but I'm going to do that. So I can stop tunnel down there. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. What I can do, though, is that number. Get me another list filter. The attribute filter there. Attribute filter, deny list. So I'll deny and approve. So I can approve the things to go out there. I could just have another one that's set to the rest, and then that leads out to here. That's probably the better way to do it. It's not that as good a series, just you're motivated by fishy intentions, not just profit. Understandable concern. Understandable concern. Okay. Theoretically, that should work. You know, in theory. Game theory. Yeah, thanks for watching. No, it goes that way. I want this to go the same direction. So what that means is I need to connect those two. It goes the same way. Plus cobblestone, it goes down here. Because there's no proper exit for it, but it does go inside. Perfect. That's what I want to see. I'll leave that there. Then I'll expand that. And expand that. And it goes through, it gets washed. Now it's a full stack that I just put in there, so it might get washed into too many nuggets. But it could also be fun. We'll see. Oh, that's glorious. Glorious. Okay. Next upgrade involves a terminal. 3, 4, 5, 6. fault. There we go. Just a little 4x4. Get this empty as we can because nuggets take up a lot of space. Surprising no one. Iron nuggets. Take up a lot of space. Okay, pop that. Do that little number. Actually, I should go upgrade that. And also throw this bow away. Get all these blocks. That saves a wee bit of space. Much better. Alright. Let's upgrade this to crafting terminal. Oh, and go ahead and toss those in here. The things we don't need. All this smooth stone. We'll work with it in a bit. And plot this crafting terminal right there. We can see inside it. And then we can easily repackage it up. And how much space is in this? No idea. What we do know is, this is still operating. And this is working exactly as we want it, really. Now, I could move this further forward so it splits later in the process. But, cost-wise, there's no difference. So this works just the same. Yeah, I'll be moving this sort of setup under there and running this faster and, you know, doing more things. But finally, slightly better automation. We still have to make the raw iron ourselves, well, the raw metals ourselves. But then it gets crushed and washed and stored away in a place with lots of storage. So we shouldn't have to worry about it overflowing for quite some time. And we also have our automatic sitting, which we still have to manually collect to make sure it doesn't time out. But that's also solvable. We can get a fan. We have some cased fans, but I need another one to do such a thing. Alright. Right. I need another half stack of iron nuggets. I can toss some more andesite alloy. Craft it up. And now I can make a new fan. That. And get that. Now, there is a block that I haven't tested yet. It's in Create, right? It's not one of the add-ons. It's in base Create. Yeah, the nozzle attached to the front of the encased fan distributes effect on entities in all directions. I'm not quite sure if it does what I want it to do. Put it there. That sucks in entities. Yes. Good. Good, good, good. Right side the introduction picture. Take your time, Petal. Take your time. We're in no rush. Though I will be ending stream soon, so I guess there's a slight rush. Yeah, take it all the way to there. Slap down barrel here. And funnel. Take a quick nap. Yeah, kitty meows. Oh, poor dears. I can get another belt. That's smoked up. Speaking of getting things smoked up, let's get another 4 stacks of smooth stone. And get those cooking up. Are they blast furnace recipes? No. They're just normal smelting only. Which is a shame. Can't hasten it putting in a blast furnace. There you go. Another 6 over here. There we go. That's basically done. Now we have another belt. Actually, 2 belts. Only one to be used, but the other one is for extensions. Okay, so grab this, which does go the wrong direction, but it's fine. Actually, that part was a mistake. this, extend it out, connect that. Like I said, wrong direction. So what I should do, actually, is get some oak planks. Oh man, I'll let some go away. Shit. And then the cogwheels. I can do that. There we are. And then I throw down the encased fan and the nozzle. And then how do I want to hook this up? Chain drive? Chain drive to there? And then I can take up one. That might work. Hey, Gage, how's it going? Welcome on in. You're catching us at the tail end. I'm just doing a little bit of a wrap-up while I have ideas in my head, so I don't lose them.
Very good.
I'm glad you're doing well. And let's get these encased chain drives. Okay, yeah, that doesn't connect like that. I'm gonna move these. Let's move these steps there. Now I can do this. Overstressed. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why we have more sail blocks. There we go. Instead of going any slower, whee! I was not expecting to get yoked. I should have. I should have expected that, but I failed to consider that. That was glorious, though. Right, it also needs to go the opposite direction. So instead, I'm going to get another gear. Plug it in there. It should suck things in. Okay, let's test. Stack of growl. It worked. Almost. belt does need to run faster. Ah! Ah. Okay, is it still going to take the items off the side? It will. Okay. So that does work, actually. I just need the belt to go faster. Yeah. That's the only issue. Which means ain't that bad of an issue to have. So I just need to translate from that motion to that one, which is easy enough to do. With more chain drives. One more chain drive would do it. I could do it with two. Don't need that. That can twist. Alright. It has the particle effects all over the place, but it shouldn't actually suck in any items. But now, if I get another stack of gravel. It's just gonna shove those items right in here real quick. That's better. Much better. Again, things will be better once I actually have it in a proper place, but this is good planning. I'll probably have this covered in glass. Have it in a sealed enclosure covered in glass. I'll have this further beyond a belt, so as the item gets sucked in front of it, they attach to a belt. Maybe? Not sure. We'll figure it out. I'll walk around here, not pick up anything, because it's all cleaned up. Excellent. One last touch. Get this brass casing. And I will seal that up. Like so. Just to make it look slightly more elegant. Oh. Oh, interesting. There we go, that's a light increase in elegance. Very light, very light. Okay, we now have a bit better automation overall. And an idea of how to rebuild it. Bigger, better, stronger. In the future. when I rebuild it. And that is definitely time. Speaking of time, thank you all for giving me your time and for being here with me. I appreciate it. Tomorrow, we will be back with New Vegas. We are continuing a New Vegas playthrough where we have started the last DLC, The Divide. And it's gonna be pretty good. But I'm gonna have to send y'all somewhere for today. And we're gonna go see a friend I haven't seen in a bit. So see her over here, streaming. Our friend, Aralai. As long as you're following, you should have... Not that one. You should have the new plant heart. So make sure to give her a good plant raid. If you're a follower, you should have access to that heart. So we don't need a separate raid message. Yay! I think. I don't know how it works, actually. Oh, right. That's how it works. Well, in that case, then... we get the basic heart.
Zorbeltus has volunteered for domestication. How cute. They think it's only for 1 month.
Zorbeltus, thank you, I appreciate it. If you're not subbed, there's the plant trade. But yeah, Arla is playing some Skyrim. Modded Skyrim, it looks like. Good stuff. But be sure to come back tomorrow. We'll be in The Divide in New Vegas. Maybe we'll meet